Blood has been spilled, a throne has been claimed, and nothing in this world will ever be the same again. Welcome back. If you are new here, you picked the most dangerous night to arrive, because today we witness the crowning of the Crimson Throne, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never look at power the same way again. For centuries, vampires operated in the shadows. No single ruler, no unified command, just scattered covens clawing at each other across the darkness, each one convinced they deserved supremacy. That fragmentation was actually humanity's greatest protection. A divided enemy cannot march. But that protection just ended. 3 months ago, something shifted. Whispers began moving through the underground networks faster than blood through a fresh wound. A name kept surfacing. Valen Mordecai. Ancient, patient, terrifyingly strategic. Unlike the warlords who came before him, Valen did not conquer through brute strength alone. He conquered through alliances, through information, through the slow and deliberate erosion of every rival's foundation. Here is what makes this moment genuinely alarming. The coronation ceremony itself was not hidden. It was broadcast, deliberately, to every coven, every faction, every creature lurking at the edges of civilization. This was not a secret consolidation of power. This was a declaration. Valen wanted the world to know. Think about that psychology for a second. When someone is afraid, they hide their movements. When someone is untouchable, they perform them. The Crimson Throne itself is centuries old, carved from obsidian stone taken from a volcanic site in Eastern Europe, stained permanently with the blood of 3 previous rulers who each believed they would be the last to sit upon it. Each was wrong. The question burning through every intelligence community right now is whether Valen will be different. Every sign suggests yes. His first act after being crowned was unexpected. Instead of issuing threats or territorial claims, he released a manifesto, structured, articulate, outlining a vision of coexistence under strict hierarchical order. Some read it as an olive branch. The more cautious analysts read it as a leash, because here is the uncomfortable truth about unified power. It does not matter whether the ruler calls themselves benevolent. What matters is that there is now a single point of control over an enormous force that was previously impossible to coordinate. Peace under a vampire emperor is still control under a vampire emperor. The smaller covens who resisted are already gone, absorbed, displaced, or simply silent in ways that feel permanent. The ones who bent the knee early have been rewarded with territory and rank. The message is unmistakable. Resistance costs everything. Submission pays. So where does this leave everyone else? Watching, waiting, trying to understand whether this new order brings the structured stability Valen promises, or whether it is simply the most elegant cage ever constructed. The Crimson Throne is no longer just a symbol. It is a signal. The age of fragmented darkness is finished. What comes next is something far more organized, far more dangerous, and far more difficult to fight. Subscribe and stay close, because this story is just beginning.